Olha aí, como eu prometi, estamos aqui em Champagne e a minha primeira visita é aqui na Pommery. Aqui é muito louco, cara. Esse lugar é muito diferente. É diferente de qualquer casa de champanhe que a gente conhece por aí. Olha só esse carrinho aqui. Dá uma olhada aqui atrás, ó. Tem um elefante. Olha isso, cara. Um elefante de cabeça para baixo. Tem muita cor aqui, uma coisa muito legal. Nós vamos visitar, vamos conversar com o chefe de cave e depois vai ter um almoço aqui super bacana. Depois eu mostro para vocês. Vamos lá.
Ok, tá. Então aqui em Pommery tudo começou em 1836 com o senhor Greno, que queria começar uma pequena companhia de champanhe, mas não tinha dinheiro. Então você vai procurar um sócio. 20 anos depois vai encontrar o senhor Pommery, um homem muito rico que havia feito sua fortuna na lana e no textil. Juntos vão formar Pommery e Greno, uma companhia de champanhe, mas o senhor Pommery vai morrer 2 anos depois de um ataque de coração. E a sua mulher, Madame Pommery, Louise Pommery, que vai ficar sozinha com 2 crianças, um bebê e um adolescente. Mas no século XIX foi um pouco difícil para uma mulher ser uma chefe de uma empresa, mas ela não tinha eleição porque foi como a única que era com a fortuna e a empresa do seu marido. O que temos hoje, porque o degorgement não existia antes. E tínhamos que servir o champanhe 2 horas antes de beber, para que o depósito se vai no fundo da taça.
Mas isso quando? Até quando era assim?
Até a Veuve Clicquot. Tem um alemão que trabalhava para a Veuve Clicquot que inventou o remuage e o degorgement. Então, é depois disso que Madame Pommery ela inventou o brut natural.
Sim.
Porque nessa época o champanhe foi uma bebida com muito açúcar, tinha 150 gramas de açúcar por litro.
Sim. Bom, eu estou aqui com o Thierry, que é o Cellar Master da Pommery, que é uma das grandes casas de champanhe que a gente conhece, que a gente tem no Brasil, e foi uma grande honra almoçar com ele aqui. E a gente vai conversar um pouquinho sobre a história. Eu quero saber porque é uma casa muito interessante, como vocês viram aqui. Tem muita coisa legal para se ver, vale a visita. Depois eu vou mostrar um pouquinho mais para vocês sobre a casa. Well, Thierry, thanks for the visit.
Thank you for coming.
Was very nice to meet you. And I would like you to to explain us a little bit about Pommery and about the history.
Like you have seen, Pommery is a very big house, and it's a house which built in 1836. So it's a long time ago, of course. I was not born, okay? But it's a very long history for Pommery, and Pommery is now the biggest one in terms of quality, in terms of reminding about all what we can do in terms of innovation. Innovation was the big word for Madame Pommery. She wanted to make a new products in Champagne, and the first one in Champagne was the Brut. Madame Pommery makes the Brut a long time ago. It was in 1874. 150 years ago, she makes the first Brut of the history. So it was the first innovation in Champagne, and now speaking in Pommery, we like to make some innovation product.
And before this Brut, the champagne was really sweet, right?
Yes, before the Brut, champagne very sweet because, for example, in Russia, it was possible to see some product with 350 grams per liter of sugar. Yeah. In North America, 250 grams of sugar. In England, 150. Like you can see, it was a lot of sugar. It was more marmalade than wine. Madame Pommery wanted to make a Brut. And what is a Brut? It's without sugar or with a very little quantity of sugar. In order to do that, it was very important to think about all the process, beginning to the harvest, and to all the possibility to store the wine, to store the wine into the basket and to store the wine into the cellar. It's a reason why the Madame Pommery make all this domain that you have visited in order to have a long time and for the aging time for the wine.
Yeah. And as far as I know, you are the cellar master of the Pommery, right?
I'm sorry?
You are the cellar master.
Yes, I am the cellar master of Pommery
Yeah.
Since 22 years.
Yeah, and as I understand, it's a quite important job.
I don't know if it's important. For me, it's not a job. It's a passion. Okay, it's very important to know that when you are born in Champagne, in the middle of the vineyard, and when you were during all your life very close with the wine, of course, naturally you go to be a winemaker. So I am a winemaker in Pommery since about 22 years, and for me it's like if I was in Pommery since 2 years ago. So, because all my work, it's for me really easy.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to explain you, but my life with Pommery is like with a woman, like with your wife. Okay, you are married with Pommery, like you are married with your wife.
Oh,
okay.
Interesting. We tasted here some champagnes, and you showed me one of yours that I think it's really interesting. Was the fall time?
No, it's not the fall time. It's the four season, the seasonal wine.
Yes,
the seasonal
yes.
champagne.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I have created this product 10 years ago, about 10 years ago, and the first one was the summertime, and the second one the winter time. I wanted to make some products which was matching very well with the season that we have in France. I don't know if in your country it's the same one, but you must know that for example, in springtime we have a very, very lucky season with a lot of colors into all the country. So I wanted to make a rosé wine with a lot of freshness.
Yes.
For the summertime that I have made, it's Blanc de Blanc, it's only with Chardonnay, and I wanted to make a very fresh product, very direct product in order to have a lot of freshness inside.
Yeah.
Now, speaking about the fall time, you remember you have tasted the fall
Yes.
time, okay? The fall time, it's Blanc de Blanc, but with a little quantity of sugar, because you know that in Champagne area we have a good season with a lot of sun during the day, but when the evening is coming, you have some freshness. So, in order to have a lot of warmness into the wine, I have put a little more quantity of sugar. It's for the fall time. Now, speaking about the winter time, the winter time, it's a Blanc de Noir. That to say, it's a blend made with only Pinot Noir and Pinot Meunier. There is no Chardonnay. And by this way, you have a champagne with more body. Okay, that to say, it's a champagne that you can taste when the weather is very cold, because you have more warmness inside the wine. Okay, so it's a very special range of champagne with 4 products that you can imagine with the season, but you can imagine this 4 champagne with a dinner. You can take, for example, the summertime for the aperitif. You can take the winter time with the main meal. You can take for example, the fall time with the cheese.
Yeah.
If you are in France, you can take cheese, so you can eat some cheese with full time. And for the what is the dessert, you can taste the springtime. So, like you can see, you can make a good balance between this four season and the meal.
Sure. And we also tasted the Cuvée Louise.
Of course. Yes.
That is your...
You like it, I suppose.
Yes, was perfect. We tasted the 2002.
Yes.
Is the current vintage that you were...
It's a new one. It's a new one.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
And can you tell us a little bit about this cuvée?
Yes. Speaking first about, you know that it's a vintage, so it's very important to speak about first about the vintage. The vintage 2002 was very, very interesting for us because it was a good year for the growers and good year for us, for the winemaker. For the growers, because there is no frost, there is no problem inside the vineyard. With some grapes with a very, very good maturity. When you test now this champagne, you have a lot of very good aromas with a lot of generosity and a lot of complexity. I think that the vintage 2002 is a very, very good vintage. In terms of blend, you must know that for the Cuvée Louise Pommery, I think about the blend before making the wine. That to say, I am looking the quality of the grapes that we can find into the vineyard. Okay, so that to say, I am looking in three parts of the vineyard, in Havis and Cramant for the Chardonnay, and Haï for the Pinot Noir. What are the best plots in order to have the best quality of grapes?
So it means that you start thinking about the Cuvée Louise when it's still a grape.
Yes, about 3 weeks before the harvest, we are looking in the way it's possible to make or not to make a Cuvée Louise Pommery. So it's the first step. After that, we have a second step, the harvest, and we are looking for the best grapes in the best plots. Okay. After that, we have the press of the grapes, and we are making a very special press in order to in order to have the best purity in terms of juice. Okay. It's only after that we have prepared the quality for the Cuvée Louise Pommery. But we are not sure at this moment that tomorrow it will be possible to make Cuvée Louise Pommery. But we have prepared the work in order
perfect.
to do that. Okay?
So it means that for the 2002 you started working on that on 2001.
No,
2002.
It was
in the beginning
during the summer 2002. We were working about the quality of the grapes inside the vineyard.
So it means that we are drinking wine, champagne.
Champagne? It's a wine.
Yeah. But we are drinking a champagne that you prepared 12 years ago.
Yes, that's right. And it's a young lady today.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so you can drink it now, but you can drink it in 12 years, and in 20 years, and in 40 years, there is no problem.
Yes.
In 40 years, I am not here, but you are.
We hope you will be.
I don't know. With Cuvée Louise Pommery, it's possible.
Exactly. Just to finish, I see that behind you there's a lot of pop. There's
yes.
Yeah, it's a quite interesting product that you have different labels. Yes. Pop is also a champagne that you have here.
Yeah, of course, it's
right.
In champagne you can make only champagne.
Perfect.
So behind me it's champagne. Of course.
Yes.
Okay.
So when we buy a pop in Brazil, we are buying a champagne.
If you buy a pop, of course you buy champagne. It's a little bottle, but it's a bottle of champagne. Okay.
Perfect.
And you have a lot of you have a range of pop. Here you can see it's a normal cuvée. Mm-hmm. The blue cuvée, it's a normal cuvée. Here you have the rosé cuvée of pop. here you have the silver pop, it's another cuvée, brut cuvée, and here at the bottom you have the gold pop, it's a vintage pop. Now we are selling the 2006.
Okay.
Okay. So after that, if you like to have some product with a lot of funny product, okay, you can buy some product like that with some decoration.
Yes, exactly.
But inside you have the quality, the normal quality. The pop quality is the first one, the same that you can find.
Yes, here. Yes. Perfect. Well, Monsieur Thierry, thank you for the presentation.
It was a pleasure.
And if people want to come here and visit Pommery,
yes.
It's open for public?
It's open for the week every day, not the night, but every day.
Okay.
During all the year.
They can see all the piece of art that I'm showing, that I'm going to show now for the people.
Yes.
And they can go around they can taste the
champagne, and they can come and come back if they want. It's possible. We can do some visits in French, in Portuguese, in English, in Spanish. There is no limitation.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for you.
Bom, você viu aí a entrevista com o Thierry, super legal. Esse é um cara que sabe tudo daqui de champanhe. E se você quiser vir aqui, você pode fazer essa visita que ele falou. Tem gente que fala português aqui, como você pôde ver aí na nossa visita com a Margot. Ela explicou tudo em português para mim. Depois a gente teve um almoço super legal. Depois eu vou contar tudo para vocês. Mas vale a pena visitar aqui a Pommery. Você vai ver que é um lugar super diferente aqui em Champagne. Vamos para a próxima.